Link, can you hear me now? I've just been talking. I have been talking. And no, so let me repeat since my mic's been off. Aaron, thanks for dropping by. Minnie, thanks for dropping by. Link, thanks for dropping by. Real quick, we're going to be reading. Link, can you hear me now? Oh, I've just been talking. I have been talking. And then my mic's all the way up. Like I've never done this before. We're reading Heroes in Crisis number 5. Heroes in Crisis is there's a sanctuary. Hey, Soko. There's a sanctuary where superheroes go to deal with their trauma after a big event. It's like a way for them to recover from PTSD. And supposedly this was a secure site for all heroes. And there's been a murder. There's been a mass murder. A lot of heroes that would be seeking treatment there have been killed. And Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman are trying to figure out who is the murderer. Of course, some big names have been killed. Wally West, The Flash, one of them. Roy Harper, Arsenal, another one. You know, formerly of the Teen Titans, used to be Speedy. Some lesser known, Lagoon Boy, Hotspot, Blue Devil, I think, was another one. And what happened was that all of the confessions that they've made when they came to Sanctuary have now been released to Lois Lane, and she wrote a story about it and released it to the public. So Superman knew about it, but he didn't tell Batman and Wonder Woman. This all happened last issue. He didn't tell Batman and Wonder Woman about it because he said it was confidentiality between Lois and whoever was providing, Lois and her source, pretty much. So he and Batman was super pissed because he said that was a lead they could have followed up on, and Clark ruined the investigation. So I'm gonna start over with this one. Booster goes like, can't see very well. I got me a smudge. He's like, from alternate time, Batman killing himself in front of me because of something I did. It was a whole thing. So anyway, don't panic. The smudge is not real. No one sees it but me, and even I don't see it. But like, I sort of see it. He's like, all right, look, I know it's not there. The glass is beautifully clear. It's perfect. Or now I'm making it perfect. I keep making it perfect. It's stupid. But when I put them on, even though I'm 100% sure nothing's there, I'm telling you, I'm positive, okay? But there is. There's just something wrong. It's not clear. You can't see through it like you need to. There's blood in the way. So apparently Booster is, I think they're referring to he kind of screwed up. Booster's always been the quote unquote screw up. And he thought it would be a good idea when Batman and Catwoman were supposedly getting married. He thought it would be a good idea as a wedding gift to Bruce Wayne to go into the past and rescue Bruce Wayne's parents and bring them to the future so they can watch their son get married. Well, of course, that screwed up the timeline royally. And I think that Bruce Wayne ended up killing himself because it was an alternate timeline Bruce Wayne. If that's the story that they're referring to. Oh, Bruce and Booster Gold and Blue Beetle. He got boots off. It's like the dude's apartment. Pizza boxes. Only thing they missing is video games. Some brewskis. Clock on the wall. Link said, looks like my first apartment. He's like, I got it. He's like, I got it. The idea, the move. He was like, yeah. He's like, Flash. We go see Barry at his lab. He'll have all the clues by now. We knock him out, steal the clues, solve the mystery. WWBD. He said, And this is a news story here. We are waiting for comments from the Justice League on the Daily Planet's report of a mass casualty event at a secret superhero facility located in the panhandle of Nebraska. Sanctuary, as it was apparently known, was a treatment facility for superheroes suffering from emotional distress or distresses. It's like, what? That's the dumbest move. You literally already did that. You did that and Barry knocked you out and you got locked up. And then I got you out, risked my life so we could come up with a better idea. It's like, yeah, exactly. But what if the better idea is the same idea? It's the dumbest move, but they're the smartest people. So they won't see it coming. They'll never think of the dumbest move. But I will. It's like, I just did. Open up the brewski. Say, dude. It's like, I know. So here's Commander Steele's confession. It's like, I died fighting. I don't know what it called itself. Some android mechanism, some android type of mechanism, one of Dr. Ivo's. They had my body in the bunker there at JLA HQ till Despero came and scraped it up pretty good. Then that Black Lantern fellow rose me from the dead, and I did some fisticuffs fighting against a number of my colleagues. Not too proud of that. It was out of your control. I can tell you, but I wasn't exactly in control of my faculties, yeah? Then I was dead again. Dr. Light, nice little lass, killed me good that time. They put my body back in JLA HQ again until there was a Donnybrook there and Superwoman got a hold of it. Of me. She was using my leg there as a club, swinging it this way and that, hitting people if you can imagine. It's like I woke up this last time alive again. Don't know if it'll stick or anything. Don't know what did it. Probably won't. Knowing my track record and all, no, I doubt it'll stick. I really do. So he's just anticipating dying again. The Batman's he's been checked. He checked me. It's like I figured, but I already put together this whole system back at my place. It's a new way to reconfigure 24th century algorithms. Got to configure it at my place. And if I could just get a second with Skeets at my place on this rig, we may find. Maybe he doesn't even know that he knows something. He knows that might help. Find Booster. It won't hurt, will it? Fine. It's like, will it? Fine. Really? Cool. That's cool. Thank you, Batman. You rock. Contact me if something was missed. Superman and Wonder Woman are making a statement to the media about Sanctuary. Great. I mean, great, but shouldn't you also be doing that? Aren't you Trinity Essential? I'm Batman. I don't do press. That's an understatement. So here's Lois and Clark. So I think I'm done. Maybe I'm done. I don't know. It's there. So she's like, come to bed. So I can hear them. They're scared of us. You guys have a lot of power. They knew that. You guys have a lot of problems. Now they know that. They're supposed to be scared. No, the whole point of everything I've done, what Pa, my whole life, they're not supposed to be scared. No one is supposed to be scared. Clark is late. Soon, somewhere, there's going to be a train crashing into an asteroid or something. Come. Hold me until you have to go. Yeah, Lois, I will. I don't think I'm done. Guess he's working on his statement to the press. Oh, Solstice. There, I did it. I told you. No, I tried. Can she not control her power? Like, this is your place. I use it sometimes. It's quiet. And you keep your system here? I do. I see. And, this is Skeets talking. If I may inquire, where is the system? I'm the system. You're the system? Sure. I figure you have some secret way of tracking Booster, so I'm going to ask you where he is, and you're going to tell me. Don't be absurd. I don't know where Booster is. Yeah, that's what you told Batman. I told him yes. I told him yes. He was very forceful, and he ran a number of scans on my system, and his back computer is, because I bet it is. But the thing about Batman is, he's so good. So no matter what he said or where he looked, you knew. However, you denied it or hid it, you'd come out all right. I don't see how that has any relevancy to. So, but I guess the question then is, am I good? Maybe. I don't know. I try to be. But I don't think she tries at all. So Batwoman, Batgirl, and Harley Quinn teamed up last issue to try and prove her innocence. Like Skeeter, parking meter. Had a secret, tried to keep her. He told girl back he'd never tell, so Harley sent them straight to hell. And Skeets is like, oh shit. So once Barry found out that Wally was one of the casualties, he kind of went a little ballistic on Booster. Punched the shit out of him. So Barry's trying to, since he's a forensic scientist, Barry's been trying to solve the crime on his own, while Batman's been trying to solve the crime also, being the world's greatest detective and all. Like, hey Barry, how's the whole mystery solving going? Did I do it? It's like, Booster? I said, what is wrong with you? He was like, don't move. I won't if you won't. I said, what? Oh, he hit him with the. Damn, he hit him with the bangarang. It's like, it worked? It worked. 10, it fucking worked. So the protector, who's this guy? It's like, I am against drugs. That's kind of what I do, or all I do, really. Don't take drugs, or else. I took a lot of drugs. That just reminded me of cocaine's a hellish drug. Dave Chappelle. It's like, I don't rub my couch. I don't rub my feet on anybody's couch. Why I look like rubbing my feet on somebody's couch? Yeah, I remember rubbing my feet on somebody's couch. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. So while I was saying that stuff, I was doing a lot of other stuff. That was the opposite of the stuff I was saying. Sometimes I thought it was funny. I would laugh. The stupidity of it. It was so stupid. Everyone's so stupid. Don't do drugs or else. So I did a lot of stuff, and then, like everything, I thought it was a joke. I was a joke. I didn't think words meant anything. They were my words. You can do what you want with your own words. But then I became, I was, my whole life was just or else. And here's the statement. So we have a statement prepared that we like to make. It won't be long. So there was an incident at a facility in which a number of our people were killed. Brave men and women who dedicated their lives to service, who had done everything in their power, with their power, to help those in need. Those noble souls are now forever lost. That's not technically true. I mean, we used to say that if there was no body, it was no death. But now everybody's making a comeback. Everybody's died 2 or 3 times now. Um, so that forever lost part is, I don't think that's actually true. Allow me to assure you we are using every means at our disposal to investigate this heinous act. Unfortunately, we have limited information as to who was responsible and why they have done what they have done. We have shared what we know with federal and local authorities. As has been reported, Harley Quinn and Booster Gold are wanted for questioning concerning this incident. We encourage anyone with knowledge of their whereabouts to immediately contact local law enforcement. So now, That being said, we would like to address the concerns some have expressed with regard to the function of this facility. He's like, do you see it? He's like, no, and I'm Beetle and you're Booster. If I don't see it, you don't see it. He's like, I see it. What does he see? Hey, Serenity, if I could put voices with the character, I would. But my voices aren't very good. I tried voices last time and they just came out silly. It's like I don't know anything, but I know some things, like heroes. I know about heroes at the museum. I memorized them. I even know their birthdays. A place we call. I'm gonna skip over this until I get to reading the bubbles. I even know their birthdays, and I know about time travel, or at least about time travel police. Those prudes, how they measure to see if you're cheating. They take a reading of your RNA's half life, that there, and they compare it to your birthday. So they're saying now, that being said, we would like to address the concerns some have expressed with regard to the function of this facility, a place we call sanctuary, why we have kept it out of the public's eye. A sanctuary is a place of respite, a place where those who live their lives ensconced in violence may seek and find a moment's peace, where those who have absorbed the lasting blows of that life and violence may seek and find a moment to heal. Amateur voice actors. I tried. Oh, that's Adam Strange, Mr. Terrific. So he's like, the question then arises naturally. If we need peace, if we need to heal, if we need anything, does that then mean that we are broken? Are we somehow polluted? Are we somehow, because of what we have done, are we somehow, now forever, unworthy of your trust? If we acknowledge that those who fight are also vulnerable, are sometimes afraid, does that then mean that you, who may not have fought, are now vulnerable? Does that mean you, all of you, shall always be afraid? Well, I understand this dilemma, this fear, your fear, and I hope today that I might clarify it. That you have accepted me, an alien, as your friend is the greatest joy of my life. And I have tried to continue to earn that friendship every day, every second. I have endeavored to be worthy of that honor, that highest honor, the label some have kindly, very kindly given me, that of hero. So Mr. Terrific, as Adam Strange and Mr. Terrific, Adam Strange been one unknown, well not unknown, but a lesser known character. So Harley Quinn and Batgirl, she's like, remember you promised. And Harley's like, you worry too much, girl. Girl bad, I won't kill him. It's like, I'll just murder him. Like that's the same thing, Har. It's like, what? Really? No. It's like, yes, it is, obviously. Superheroing, I tell you learn something new every day. What's up, Mikey? Oh wow. So he's still making his speech. All the heroes. Last thing he said that I've tried to continue to earn that friendship every day, every second. I have endeavored to be worthy of that highest honor, the label some have kindly, very kindly given me, that of hero. And I have seen time and again my colleagues, my super friends, my, my super friends. Appreciate the alert, Mikey. I know you wrapped up in KH3, that Kingdom Hearts. And I've seen time and again my colleagues, my super friends, these true heroes, bearing the same marvelous burden, engaged in the same endless struggle. I have watched persons from every country, every background, rise with power to battle the worst evils, to shout in the face of ignorance and defeat that there shall be another day of dignity for our world. There shall be another day of honor for our people, battling through unimaginable torment, They have taken their place along the barrier that divides us from chaos and death. They have stared into the certainty of annihilation, and they have smiled, and they have laughed, and they have said simply, calmly, confidently, though you break my body, I will stand. Though you silence my voice, I will speak. Though you bring my death, I will live. This is my home, it is my care, and though you seek its destruction, I am here, and today by God, it will not fall. It's like what you must know, what I know, what I most wanted you to understand. What you have to understand is that they do this in full knowledge of the pain they will incur, the scars they will collect, the the nightmares, the nightmares they will forever endure. So yes, Sanctuary exists. It exists to help these heroes recover from this pain, to help them recognize themselves under these scars, to help them wake from these nightmares. But its existence, it should not scare you. On the contrary, it should comfort you. Is this somebody's body? This suffering, this need for healing, it is not the mark of a madman, it's the wound of a warrior. It's a sign of their love of truth, their hunger for justice, and their fight for the American way. So that's not Batman picking up that rose, but usually that rose is a symbol for Batman Crime Alley where his parents were murdered and whatnot. That single rose that he lays down on their anniversary. But somebody with red gloves is picking this up. Say, Ted, I'm telling you, this body, this Wally, he's 5 days too old. Thank you. Hey, Boosty, I'm here to massacre you. No, Har, massacre is still killing. Oh, come on, is anything not kill? Thanks for listening. Thank you. So he's saying it's the wrong Wally West. So here's Harley's confession. Like so, Mr. J said, why did the chicken cross the road? And I said, duh, to get to the other side. And he said, no, to get to the moron's house. Then he said, knock, knock. And I said, who's there? And he said, the chicken. Then he started hitting me. He hit me good. Alright, so that was pretty much a filler episode. I mean, they didn't make any headway. I mean, apparently they got the location of where Booster was from Skeets. Booster is saying that he knows how to tell the difference between. He knows the hero somehow, and that's actually not the Wally West that died. And of course, when I guess next episode is going to be a team up. Blue Beetle, Booster Gold, Harley Quinn, and Batgirl. So that's Sanctuary in a nutshell. Next up, let's check out Hex Wives. So in Hex Wives, there's been this coven that has been hunted by this secret organization, and every time they've died, they've been reincarnated. So after they've been reincarnated once, it was a good joke, but damn. And after they continue to be reincarnated, and this secret organization that kept hunting them has been passed down to their children and their children's children and their children's children's children. So one one of the children's organizations got the idea of how they could hypnotize the hypnotize the witches into thinking they were wives, and they have them under this type of some type of spell, and the witches are just starting to realize who they are because they've been trapped in this spell, living a pretty mundane existence, and now they're just trying to some things haven't been making sense, so they're starting to break out of this little hallucination that they've got trapped out. And boy, once they get released, I'm sure they're gonna be pissed to all hell. Just a warning, it is for mature readers, so put the kids to bed if you don't want them. And this is a mature rated channel. It's rated M for maybe, because maybe you see some stuff you ain't know about. Maybe you will. Oh, she was trimming. Of course, I guess it has to do with blood magic. She was trimming the hedges, and this cat jumped in the way, and she accidentally cut the cat's head off. So when the blood got on her, she started flying, floating away. She was like, what the fucking shit is this now? So she's like, ouch. Like, oh, fuck. She hits the ground. She's like, Becky, what happened? I don't know. Did you fall out the window? It's like, Izzy, I fell from the sky. How did I get in the sky? And Izzy is the main witch of the coven. It's like, do you mean you were on the roof? Were you cleaning out the gutters? Or it's like, Ryan cleans the gutters and I wasn't on the roof. I was flying. It's like, oh Becky, I think you may have really hit your head hard. Do you want me to call Ryan and take you to the hospital? He's like, no, my head is screwed on. I know what happened. Oh my goodness, is that Demina's cat? He's like, yeah, I accidentally Norman Bates thing, all hiding in my shrubs, and then I floated up into the air like I was made of bubbles. You might be suffering from trauma. It's like, I feel pretty cool actually. I mean, it was super cool to fly. Landing was not dope, but I felt something else. Power. Also, I saw these dream ass colors like nothing I've ever seen before, and also pink. I need you to believe me, what we need is to clean up this gory mess before Demina sees it. She already has enough to deal with. What with her father's accident, I'll get a trash bag. I'm not crazy. We should clean this up. So they keep talking about Demina. Demina is another one of the witch, but she's a younger one. These are her cats. Her father, it's not really her father, but since she's a young witch, they couldn't have her, brainwash her into being married to someone. So they brainwashed her, thinking that one of these guys was her father. And they all wanted to, they got him trapped in this suburban neighborhood. And all of the wives wanted to go somewhere. They wanted to escape. They were tired of being cooped up in the house. So all of the husbands were like, "Yeah, let's go. Let's get you guys out of the house." But they concocted this plan, elaborate scheme, and they killed the girl's father. Not really. I don't think he's really dead, but it kind of traumatized them into wanting to stay home. So they're like, and this is their surveillance room. They're keeping them under watch. Like the cats are blocking the cameras, like uniformly. I'm gonna say this is some witch shit. It's like, how can they? How can that be? Did we see any of them cut themselves or anything? They're all on their pills, right? It's like it has to be one with the cat magic, right, Mabel? It's like, you mean the kid, Demina? She isn't a kid. Don't make the mistake of underestimating these creatures. They look young, but they aren't. They look like women, but do you recognize in them the attributes of womankind? He's like, Becky's got attributes for days. I'll admit, man, gives me the horn. I mean, I know she's an abhorrent simulacrum of womanhood, but sometimes my dick doesn't. He's like, lock your shit down, Ryan. There are events we can't account for, like this cat bullshit, and there's calamity that we can avoid, but not being the low creatures they are. So keep it in your fucking pants. So I'll keep it in your pants, ass. It's like Aaron August is on for you. It's like shit. Like what's the cat's Aaron? Say we can't wrap these women in plastic, sir. Demina may have cut herself. I'll look into it myself. I'll do a visit to Bradley. Anyway, he's probably going stir crazy. Say, put my mind to rest, please. You know some magic, right? You couldn't have foreseen this. It's like I know a few effects, nothing potent. I'm not the one keeping this engine going anyway. So you're not instilling confidence. You're doing the opposite. So I'm telling you, this is something we can deal with. It's an anomaly. So we let you convince us, Aaron. We gambled on you. Ultimately, responsibility is yours. It's like your father trained me too. You know. It's like I know we've got this. He said, "What are you going to do?" You know the buck doesn't stop with me. I've got to report upstairs. It's about control, August. It's always about control, and I'm the one who has it. American Carnage. You need to worry about the ad placement. What in the world? Like this all makes me fret. Are we just losing our marbles? It's like maybe. It's like we each deal with trauma in our own way. After all, we saw a man that we all know catch on fire. Is it any wonder Becky would maybe divorce herself from reality a bit? A bit? Haha. Like sure. One step in the real world and one step outside where she can fly around like Superman. I feel terrible talking this way. Ding dong. How about them sound effects? Um, I feel terrible that it hasn't even hit me. I mean, Mabel's our friend, and for her husband too. And then the ding dong and knocking like Becky. We were just get your coat. I have proof. It's like damn. It's like you see what I tell you. It's like I see it. Why is it bloody? It's like because the proof is in the cat guts. Izzy got up there all gummy. Sticky tried to get a hold of something, but I wound up leaving that handprint on the house proof. I don't know, Becky. Flying, it's a stretch. You think I don't know? Then why? Because it's true. Maybe Ryan left that handprint cleaning the gutters, or Izzy. The angle of the handprint, the blood. Check the dang gutters. He hasn't cleaned those out in months. So what else you got? So we have to talk to the other girls. It's like, oh yeah. So they already realized some stuff don't make sense. So he goes, darling, I'm home. It's like, is? It's like, good. Give me 10 damn minutes apiece. Guthanabin, witch mother. So he has the witch mother locked up in the closet, like on these fluids and shit like that. So it was creepy. First time I saw it, a couple issues ago. So he was like, "Don't be formal, pig." Say, what do I call you then? Wolf, wolf mother. That's you, animal predator, animal predator. It's like, ugh, yes, I'll eat your entrails. It's like you won't. No. In fact, you're going to help me. Like needy pig, hungry pig. Like, uh-huh. Moan all you want. You're alive because I need you and your course power. My daughters slough my spells in pieces like molting toads. They eat their skins and remember. Like, that's fucking gross. Say, maybe you just don't have it anymore. Maybe all of this stuff is sapping you as much as it compels you. And if that's the case, then maybe one of your sisters will give me what I need. He's like, if you held my sisters, I would know. He said, they've already shown us where the cauldron is. I'm doing you a favor here, Wolf Mother, because we could cut your daughter's throats, destroy that black pot, and be done with the lot of you. I'm giving you a chance because I'm a good guy. I'm letting you all live, but it has to be under my rules. So I need you to cloud things up, take away just a smidge of free will so that we don't have to butcher the whole lot of you. Give them something pleasant to think about instead. Pretty trees, butterflies, whatever. He's like, hey, I will. So they'll live, pig. So they'll live. Yes, good. Mm. Hey, what's up, Death A71? I don't read every day. I just read on towards the end of the week. It's either a Thursday or a Friday. Sometimes I do a gaming podcast on Friday. Usually I post a schedule up when I'm going to be reading, what I'm going to be reading. But yeah, and I do it. It's either a Thursday or Friday, so I give everybody a chance to get their comics. Wednesday is comic book day, so I let them pick up their comics on Wednesday, and that's when I pick up mine. And then I choose four out of my giant pile and just read them. Do you read comics? Hey, thanks for the hype. Thanks for the follow, Death. And he's like, Aaron, I'm meeting Nadia at Mabel's to check in on her. So he's like, oh, I didn't know you were home. I said, why were you talking to me? Haha. He's like, I'll come with you, okay? I ought to show Bradley that the firm gives a damn about him anyway. He's like, can I tell you something? He's like, anything. I'm nervous to see Bradley. I'm sure Mabel appreciates your support. Don't feel bad. It's like, Demina, hi, how are you holding up? Like, Mabel's in the kitchen. I have to go help my dad. It's like, give yourself a break, Demina. I'll see what Bradley wants. He was like, no, he needs me. So I'm sure you could use a sit down, sweetie. Mabel? May? Don't bother. She doesn't talk to anyone. It's like, ding, 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 ding. He said, Demina, your father was ringing. Mabel? Say, easy, Izzy, Jesus, what do you want? Say, we came to check on you. Nadia is coming, and say, well, you can see that I'm top notch. It was supposed to be her husband that they caught on fire, so they're putting them through these traumatic events to keep them under wrap. It's supposed to be her husband and Demina's father, but it's all just a ploy. And this the leader of the organization is supposed to be Izzy, who's the main witch. Izzy's husband. Say, we can help you straighten up. He said, don't touch those. Oh, she's a little salty. Said, sorry, I just want to help. Say, you really want to help? You can show Demina how to put in a tampon. I said, oh, wow, okay. So she's so embarrassing and totally not here anymore. but yeah, I got my period. So, well, that's wonderful. And I suppose 17 isn't so late. He's like, I'm fine. That explains the cats. Because it all starts to happen when they start getting around blood magic. So, that's why the cats, she's like I guess she controls cats or has a bond with cats. Demeanor does. And they were trying to figure out why the cats were blocking the camera. So it's like, well, that's wonderful. And I suppose 17 isn't so late. It's like, I'm fine. Really, it felt sort of natural. I knew what to do except for the symptoms. It's like, oh, meaning the cramps pass and there are pills for the pain. We're all on them. Like, it's not cramps. And I'm not taking any more pills. I've been on off them for months. I'm talking about the voices. Voices? I don't like Jesus, Izzy. The whole neighborhood is in my yard. Did you organize this Tupperware party? We'll talk about this soon, Nina. So they're mentioning the pills, and I assume it's some sort of suppressant to keep them under wraps. So Demina's been off of hers for months. She says she just got a period, which contributes to her blood magic, which is I think I see things are starting to unravel. So she's like, I promise. He's like, yeah, okay. So girls, this is a weird thing to say. Like, say it already. It's like, I flew, y'all. I flew into the air like a dang Tinkerbell or I don't know, Dracula, but without the, more like a bumblebee, I guess, floating and bumping stuff. Don't give me that look, June. She's like, you flew in the air, yes. It's like, bull pucky. Jesus, Becky, my husband got burned alive, and you drag us all out here to play games. So, and of course, Demean's like, I believe her. So this is the guy that supposedly suffered the wounds. He's like, I'm gonna have one of the guys like round up the cats. It's not an accident that they were all over the cameras. He's like, hey, leave her, Margot, would you? The fat one. If she doesn't have the cat, she'll spend all of her attention on me. Say, don't tell me you don't like being waited on. He said, by these vermin, pass. And anyway, this shit itches. How long are you going to keep your little experiment running, Aaron? I don't know how much more I can stand of sourpuss getting drunk downstairs while the kid hovers over me. Like, don't mess with the prosthetics. I don't want to find any excuse for the makeup guys to come up here at this hour. I talked to August today. I told him this is working. Don't blow it for me. He said, I don't know why I'm the one who had to be burned alive, in quotations. He's like, couldn't we have gotten one of the younger guys? So because you're beloved, Brad, all of the women think you're so funny and so handsome and so smart. Like, don't play me. So plus, you're the best actor we have. You're really selling the pain. It's like, I did study some drama in New Haven, you know. He's like, yeah, you've mentioned. Listen, Brad, you're doing me a great service and I won't forget it. He's like, you better not. He's like, I won't. He's like, I won't. Meantime, we're doing well. We are in control. He's like, uh-huh. So it looks like the whole neighborhood is in your yard. Mabel up to something? He said, I'd have told you, Aaron. Anyway, give him a few minutes. At least they're out of my hair. What's left of it. I'm going down there. And the way to keep them in the neighborhood is, if you look in the background here, it's this. They keep saying there's these fires, these wildfires that are going on, and they're telling them they can't go outside or something bad will happen. So she's like, what do you mean you believe her? You believe Becky? What, flew around like some fat bird? He's like, hey, there's no call for that, Mabel. We can have a conversation. The thing we're having a conversation about is an insane thing, Izzy. I said, I don't know if Becky flew, but I just mean something weird is going around here. And nothing weird is going on. It's like everything is just the way it is. So it just occurred to me, when was the last time any of us left Desert Canyon but the fires? Yes, the fires. We're safe here. We're given all of the things we need. We have each other. Is it strange though? No. When I try to think about it, why do men leave but we can't? What we're meant to do all day, I'm distracted. So I just don't think at all. It's like, so let's talk about what's strange. She goes, what? I said, let's talk about what's strange. Say, Becky, when you flew, and let's just say it happened for now. What happened? I cut one of Demina's dang cats in half, and then I floated up to my roof. You killed my cat? It's like, I'm so sorry, Mina, honey. I didn't see her. It's like, well, I'll tell you something I've noticed. Our husbands don't seem to like us together. Have you noticed? Someone always comes along to break it up. If that's true, then why haven't they broken up this little coffee clatch? Isadora, darling, I have to go. But be alert, girls. Try to see what's really happening. It's like, Ryan, I need something to change into here. These clothes are tired. Like, Dumpling, you look good in anything. It's like, okay, okay. How about a shopping spree? You mean that? Online shopping. Come here, pick out anything you like. It's like, my shears, Eric. Have you seen them? If I'm to make this chicken, I did some rearranging while you were out. You're welcome. He said, I can't find anything. And you put all of my gadgets at your height. I can't get them down. It's like, oh, you'll get used to it. Isn't the place so much tidier? It's like, and I had to drag myself all the way across the cul-de-sac to meet these women because they think the tree is a special meeting spot. And you know how bad my leg has been. And you know what they wanted to talk about? Mm-hmm. It's like nothing. They didn't want to talk about anything as usual. Mm-hmm. So I just need you to be a good girl, Demina. Don't stir up trouble. Take your pills. Maybe clean up the house a little. Mabel, whatever. It's like I'm still burning. What can I do? Do you need more balm? Like no more balm. The Isadora, darling. I'm. Why did you move that vase? What? Oh, I was cleaning. Doesn't it look nice there? Oh, all right, Death. Go ahead and grab some after. Yeah, I'm gonna finish up here. I'm reading Age of X Men and Teen Titans Annual, and then I'm gonna go grab some grub too. So thanks for dropping by. Yeah, I'm glad you found us too. I do read once a week. Usually it's Thursday or Friday. The rest of the week I'll be dropping in some video games. I'll see you later. There's a good guy that reads every day. If you like it, Carrington TV, not an advertisement. Anyone gets sharing and learning this. No, it's no problem. I check him out definitely. Yeah, because I'm always looking for ideas to improve, and if he, may be able to link up or something that's going on. But yeah, thanks for letting me know. So he's like, "What? Oh, I was cleaning. Doesn't it look nice there?" He's like, "I asked you not to touch this. It's valuable." Like, I was careful, Aaron. Why are you so mad? He said, "Because I specifically told you. Can you? Can I just have my dinner?" So she's like, "Everything tastes good." He was like, "So what were you all talking about earlier outside of Bradley's?" It's like, "Oh, that? you know what?" It's like, what are women talking about? Poor Mabel is in terrible shape, and everyone just wants to complain about their husbands. Not me, of course. Like, no, not you, of course. Say, we like to check in, and with Mabel in such a state and poor demeanor. I know, you're a good friend, Is. Thanks for cleaning up. Oh, and I keep meaning to tell you, don't put the knives with the black handles in the dishwasher. It dulls them. You have to wash them by hand. I keep these butterflies are all over the place. So she's washing dishes, and then she's like, Becky killed the cat. Demina got her period. Oh, she figured it out. Oops. Next, Izzy prepares a last-minute soiree to impress Aaron's visiting regional manager, the enigmatic Mr. August. That's who he was talking to on the phone. It's a dinner party at the end to end all dinner parties. Oh, shit's starting to pop off. So that was Hex Wives. So yeah, they're starting to realize that they're under some sort of control. Yeah. So Hex Wife is written by Ben Blacker. Is drawn by the names are just here. Mirka Andolfo. Colors Marissa Louise. Letters Josh Reed. Cover Paulina Garnachow. I'm probably just butchered that name. But it's one of DC Comics' Vertigo line. So it's a mature readers comics. If you want to check it out, hit up your local comic book shop. All right, what's up next? Let's read this Teen Titans annual. We're gonna save Age of X-Men for last. So, what's been happening in Teen Titans is, damn, the Titans have been looking for the so-called the Other, and they found Lady Vic, and they got caught in an explosion. They got trapped underground, not underground, but in this explosion. So apparently, Damien feels like they were set up. So he feels like whoever was feeding him information is the one that set him up. And who was feeding him information? Lo and behold, Jason Todd, the Red Hood. So it seems like in this one, he's going after the Red Hood. So we're going to see what happens when he finds him. So I'm an only child, sort of. See, my father collects lost children. And they all seem to end up strangely fascinated with me. But I tolerate them until they cross me. That's Damien talking. So you look like crap, Todd. He's like, Damien, are you even old enough to be in here? He's like, take for example Jason Todd, the second Robin, now the Red Hood. I've been working together and we've been working together in secret for months, tracking an elusive supercriminal known only as the Other. But our last mission was a setup. Somehow, our mark knew we were coming, and it almost got my Teen Titans killed. And now it was time for some answers. Like Texas law states that minors can be in the businesses that serve alcohol as long as they're accompanied by an adult. I guess that's you. He was like, we need to talk. He's like, no, we don't. So you're too late. The old man already found me, told me what happened at Sanctuary. They better find out who did it or I will. Like, I'm not here about Harper. This is Teen Titans business. Yeah. And if you were watching earlier while we were reading um, Heroes Heroes in Crisis, then you know Roy Harper, Arsenal, was Red Hood's old teammate who recently met his untimely death in Heroes in Crisis. But if that Flash is 5 days too old, then maybe Roy Harper's still alive. So he's like, I was very clear how this works. I come to you, not the other way around. Throwing darts. Thump. Say we had a situation. I'm sure you heard. Been a little busy, kid. Lady Vic is dead, Jason. Thump. He's like, you kill her? He's like, no. Someone on your team? Negative. It's like, he's good. I give him that. Not even flinching as he lies to my face. It's like the Other killed Vic before my team could get to her. Then they blew up the whole building with us inside. We were buried alive, left to die. He's like, everyone okay? Like, despite the Other's best efforts, yes. He's like, good. You gonna throw that thing or what? He's like, were you expecting otherwise? Maybe you hoped we'd all die down there. Like, excuse me? Like, someone knew we were coming. And I know who. It was you. So he, instead of throwing a dart, he jabs him in the leg with it. It's like, everyone out. It's like, are you crazy? That's right. Threw his little ass through a window. David Wayne used to piss me off so bad. It's like, he's faster than I expected. But Red Hood is nothing more than a glorified street fighter. His only advantage is his size, which I can easily turn against him. It's like, Robin, what the hell do you think you're doing? You set us up. It's like, what are you talking about? Nobody knew we were there trying to stop Lady Vic but you. You gave us the mission. Ever think she was the target and you were just collateral damage? She was dead when we found her. Why blow up the whole building? To hide evidence? Like, sounds like you know a lot for someone claiming innocence. Like, this is what he does. Well, this is what the other does. He's playing us against one another, driving us apart. Just full of excuses, aren't you? So, what would I possibly have to gain from killing a bunch of kids? That's what I'm here to find out. He's like, Damien, don't do this. He's like, you're pathetic. I don't know what father ever saw in you. He said, are you kidding me? I gave up my life for Bruce's cause. You got cocky, and the Joker rearranged your brains. Now you're just trying to provoke me. He was like, no, I'm taking you down. He's like, you're wasting your time. You want revenge? You want the other? And I'm the only one who will help you find them. He's like, you don't get to tell me what I want. Oh, taser punch to the face. Before I throw you in one of my prison cells to rot with the rest of your kind, I want the truth. Say it. Say you're working with the other. Tell me how you served this up to him on a silver platter. He's like, I got enough sins of my own. You're not going to get me to confess to something I didn't do. Like, fine. You want to play games? Let's play. He's like, where? Where did you get that? Doesn't matter. I've got it. What's in there? It's my business. It's bigger than this whole crusade. Even Batman wouldn't stoop this low. He's like, but you would. The truth now. He's like, the truth is, now I'm pissed. It's like, no. He's like, never liked wearing the cape. Too theatrical. I ditch it before it gets you killed. He's like, done taking lessons from you. He's like, when I came to you, I wanted nothing more than for us to finally be allies. To show the rest of them, the old man, Tim, Grayson, the good we can do if we all accept the truth. I thought after everything you've been through, you'd understand. That there is no winning this war, there's only defeating our enemies, and we could have done that together. But instead, you show up here, batarangs blazing, ready to take out the only other person who sees the world the way you do, because you couldn't be bothered to check your facts. You always think you're the smartest person in the room, and I'll admit you are pretty smart, but you're still just a kid with a lot to learn. Consider this my final lesson. Don't start a fight you can't finish. Damien's pretty crafty, I'll admit. It's like, how's this for a finish? Because even if I lose, I'm going to win. He was like, nice bluff, kid. Been dead once, so have you. And you lost the minute you showed up here. I'm not working for the other, Robin. In time, you'll understand that. But from here on out, if you or your team come looking for me, I'll put you all in the ground for him. And he's like, I'm an only child, sort of. See, my father collects lost children. For the first time in a long time, I feel I may be one of them. That's the end of part one. Somebody's watching. So, joy to the world. King's Plaza. Christmas sale. What does that say? Joys. Just a ass. Joys. It's like boop, boop, boop. Oh, some kind of control. Double boop. And now that I have your attention, let's play. Oh, it must say joystick on the back of his jacket. Teen Titans headquarters. My mother named me Emiko. It means superior, which is accurate. But the world knows me as Red Arrow. I joined Robin's Teen Titans on the promise that he could help me find the other. But times like these, when Robin's out of town and there's no active mission for the team, I wonder if it wouldn't just be easier to go after the other on my own. You've got to be kidding me. Must be the mess they left. Instead of wasting my time playing den mother to a bunch of children. Didn't even know we had this many dishes. Lazy, unfocused, can't even get them to do basic chores, let alone train on the schedule when I get my hands on them. So I'm gonna kick there. It's like now run an invasion tactic just like we promised. It's like, whoa. So if your first attack doesn't work, what's your backup, Crush? So I had my doubts about Kid Flash, but it looks like he's finally decided to step it up with the new kids. Crush has potential. I recognize the rage that she displays. With time, I can teach her how to channel it. Gotta get the bad guy's attention and break the flow of the fight. Roundhouse coming in hot and bringing the fire. So Roundhouse is still an idiot, but not a completely useless idiot. So I gotta be keeping an eye on my ankles, yeah? Obulus, you got this. And then there's Jen. So you are a rather tricky little alien change. But for the purposes of the training session, I'm afraid I must not you to the point of this use. Like she's got the rest of the team snowed, that's for sure. But no one's that sweet without a dark side to match. So my sincerest apologies. So it is well within my power to make your life worse than the nightmares that haunt your cold heart. Emiko Queen. That's right. You have no secrets from me, so back off. So this happened last issue. Jen, or Red Arrow, was trying to push Jen into reveal her dark secrets, and Jen was like, "You don't want to see that side of me because it's gonna be worse than your worst nightmares." And Damien thinks I'm paranoid, and after I had that nightmare about Jen, maybe I am, but maybe I'm not. Okay, guys, how long has Red Arrow been standing there? Long enough. So look, getting our asses handed to us by a mindless robot back in their Batcave was rough. They broke into the Batcave last issue, and Batman. One of Batman's security measures was a Batman robot, so they couldn't even beat the Batman robot. So now I guess they're trying to ramp up their training, and maybe it would have happened if we just. Maybe it wouldn't have happened if we just spent more time training together, like you always said. It's like about time you all listened. Told you she wouldn't be impressed. But look, I'm not used to this whole team thing. I mean, I barely did sidekick well, so good job. Like, dude, tell me you got that on video. 100%. Delete that immediately. It's like, it's like, hey, I just got a news alert. Something's going down at King's Plaza Mall. Another drop it golf? Actually, yes, but gonna be a little busy. So Commish says it's too dangerous to send in ground units. Orders are to just let it burn out. Any idea what started the riot? Oh wow. The Book Nook. I was like, hell yeah. Sick combo. It's like, now use your counterattack. It's like, winner gets to join me after for an Orangina, so fight like you mean it, ladies. So get more fries. My HP's running low, Christy. Is that your name, Christy? Yeah, it is now. It's like, hey, weirdo. Hmm? It's like, what the hell did you do to these people? It's like, whatever I want, whenever I want. That's why they call me Joystick. Roundhouse can't keep it in. He's like, and it's like, what? what's so freaking funny? It's like, it's just your name is like so dumb. And this is coming from a guy called Roundhouse. That controller in his neck. I have it busted by the time you can say Kardashian. He's like, hey, it's like, no judgment, girl. What you watch on your own time is none of my. And of course, it's never a great plan to just rush in. Ever. So he gets shocked. It's like, hey, broski, never touch another man's joystick. He ain't never lied. He's like, whoa, where'd you come from? It's like, I sense within you a deep insecurity that drives your need to overcompensate with performative egotism and control. Like, blah, blah, blah. You a witch or something? I am a 4,000-year-old genie. Like, sweet. Do you grant wishes and stuff? Live in a bottle? Those are offensive stereotypes. It's like, you use the totem to control others. I am very familiar with such things. Like, but without it, you are merely a child who talks too much. Like, surrender now, please. Honestly, the joystick's just for my brand. Like, boop, I'm the real joystick. Oh, shit. You don't got control over Jen. Like, hot damn, this is way better than Fortnite. Fortnite has made it into comics. Like, boom. Everybody's thrown away. Except for Roundhouse. It's like, so when I'm role playing someone, it's like hacking into their brain. Everything they know, I know. And she knows a lot about all of you. It's like, you son of a. I know Jen knows you don't trust her. It's like, you know Jen knows you don't trust her, but she respects you anyway. Thinks you're the most dangerous after Kid Flash. So since it looks like I already KO'd the speedster, guess that means you're next. Boom. Hey joystick, let's play. Or do you only play with yourself? And you think I'm a joke. You're the real joke, Roundhouse. It's like, gotcha. Jen, I know you're in there. So you really do care. You gotta come back to me. Oh, she's in here, alright. And she really likes you, Crush. But man, she cannot stop thinking about this Robin kid. In fact, he's all she thinks about. It's like, Crush. It's like, yeah, she's OP. She's OP, been dealing out chip damage pretty good. Love her chains too. I could do some serious hack and slash with those. Where am I? Why does it look like this in here? So you tell me, Genie. We're inside your head. So I gotta say, I've been in a lot of people's heads and I've seen some pretty messed up stuff, but you're definitely the worst one yet. See, if your friends only knew the truth about you, it'd be pretty bad if I slipped and it all came out. You would not tell them. You cannot. It's like, yeah, you know exactly. Yeah, and how exactly are you going to stop me? You're such a good little puppet. It's like, no. It's like, be silent, or my secrets will be the last words you ever breathe. Like, this is cute, but it's all in your head. Doesn't have any effect on what's going on out there in the real world. I'm still in control, and I think it's about time I spilled the beans. Uh-oh. It's like, hey, Arrow, your friend Jen's been holding out on you guys, so I'm going to fill you in on some of her little secrets. And let me tell you something, it ain't so little. It's like, Jen's ring, where did that come from? Oh, she must have did it. It's like, wait, why's my connection fried? What did you do? It's like, I told you, I'm familiar with totems and their power. There's almost no limit to what I can do when commanded by one who possesses my ring. I merely needed to break your concentration for a moment. Be seeing you, joystick. Say, hey Jen, get that douche out of your head. Oh wow. Like, what the hell? Whoa, where am I? So she just purged him. And he's like, hey, you can't just do that. I do what I want when I want. And I'm just getting started. Bow! Crush knocks his ass out. like, my friends. So I cannot begin to describe how deeply sorry I am for what I was made to do. Had I been in control, I never would have. I could never have. Like, please believe that I would not have intentionally hurt any of you. It's like, it's all good, girl. So you got possessed by a weirdo. Happens to the best of us. He was like, oof, Joyce. He was like, oof, knocked out by a joystick. Glad you didn't record that. It's like, what makes you think I didn't? It's like, are you all right? I'm fine. It's like, crush what I said when joystick had me under his thrall. It's no problem, Jen. Just like Roundhouse said. It's like, hey, here's your ring back. I know how important this is to you, but after you made such a fuss about it before, why'd you trust me with the power? It's like, I do not understand everything about you, Red Arrow, but I know at my core that you will always choose to do the right thing. He's like, hey, Warden, I can't eat with these things on my hands. This is cruel and unusual punishment. I can sue. It's like, hello, Sullivan. It's like, hey, would you look at that? Miss me already? Happy to take you for another ride. It's like, I've maintained my freedom for many moons, but today you took that from me. It's like, relax, Genie. I was just having a little fun. It's like, I went to school with plenty of girls like you. You think you're so great, so pretty, and everything revolves around you. But now I'm in control, and soon I'm going to take it and get out of here and take what's like, shush. Oh, shit. She took his mouth. Damn, she took his mouth. Say, believe it or not, I too wish for you to be freed from this place. It is a terrible thing to be in prison. But should I ever hear a single whisper of my history and discover it originates from you, I will hunt you down and remove something else, something far worse. And here's the epilogue. So Robin made it back. She's like, Robin, what has happened to you? She's like, Jan, don't tell. She's like, worry not. I can keep a secret. Like, she really likes you, Crush. But man, she cannot stop thinking about this Robin kid. In fact, he's all she thinks about. Oh shit. Secret Life of a Teenage Genie. So I knew they were going to do this little love triangle with Jen, Crush, and Robin. I saw that coming a mile away. So a little bit more character development. Damien got his ass whooped. Well deserved, I must say. Because he was a little jerkwad face. So tonight's last read is going to be Age of X-Men Alpha #1. And like I said, I think they're trying to make this the new Age of Apocalypse. Because it is involving X-Men and Legion. Like before, Legion, for Age of Apocalypse, Legion, Professor X's son, came to the conclusion that if there's only one person that would stand in the way of his father's dream, and that was Magneto. So he figured that he would go back in time, kill Magneto, and then his father Xavier would be able to have his dream come to fruition. But back in the day, Magneto and Xavier were friends, so in his attempt to kill Magneto, Xavier jumped in the way and died, which led to the Age of Apocalypse. Because there's no X-Men to stop Apocalypse from taking over the world. Now, X-Man, who is one of the last survivors of Age of Apocalypse, came to this world and found out that he was dying, and he wanted to give the X-Men a gift, a perfect world where they were accepted. So he was making the world in his image, but the X-Men wasn't going to allow that because he was destroying people and for the betterment of humankind. So they couldn't let that happen. So they stood in the way. And he was saying that they're never going to be able to do a perfect world unless the X-Men are gone. So the last bit of his power, he erased the X-Men. or all the mutants. And I guess they put him in another dimension. So there's like, welcome to a perfect world. Everyone is a mutant. Special, powerful individual. No more strife, oppression, or dependence. The age of X-Men. A dream made real. A dream that must be protected at any cost. So it's the age of perfection. It's like, for the first time ever, the world is marvelous. And everybody knows it. The mutant kind is no longer an endangered species. People believe this is Xavier's dream realized. But the reality is, it's mine. It's all of ours. Xavier told me a lot about dreams. He said the thing about dreams is that most people think you can't control them. But you can. Dreams are built first and then shared. Dreams are a matter of will, of action. In that much, he was right. Dreams are desires so strong they can bend the world. So why is this only happening now? Museum of Mutant History. It's like, because mutants were so used to being denied everything that they didn't think they deserved to realize their dreams. It's like, I haven't felt this much pain in a very long time. We're right above it. So let's hope I remember how to land this thing. Like, I've never seen anything like this. Good Wagner. It's like, why aren't we stuck like the rest of them? It's like, I've got a psychic shield around us. It's like, how can we help them? This doesn't look like pain. They're not in pain. Someone else is. Someone with a lot on their mind. So even the grass is frozen. It stopped talking. The grass never stops talking. It's like the air is too still. It's like everything is too still. So we get a rumble. The Gene, Nate, what's your reading? Rumble. Say whoever it is, they're hurting and they don't understand what's happening to them. Where's it coming from? See, I don't know. I can find them, but I need time. He said, go. We will keep this under control. Say, Jean, I need your help. They're shutting me out. Said, she's not trying to. It's not her fault. She's having a seizure. Said, this is going to get worse. I can feel her, but I'm having trouble pinpointing the exact location. Like, she's in the northwest corner. Can't tell which building. Any ideas? It's like, I'm trying, X-Men, but it's a mess out here. I think she could be in the diner. It's like, no, it's the museum. It's radiating psychic energy. Like, she's inside the children's memorial. I'm on it. Thank you. Your empathy never fails. Say, Luna, can you hear me? I want you to focus on my thoughts. Open your eyes. Open your mind. We'll get through this. It's like, there's colors all over my brain, like a kaleidoscope. I don't know where my mind stops and the world begins. It's like, it's okay. It's not your fault. You're having a psychic seizure. How does it stop? It's like, let me in. He's like, I don't know what's happening. He's like, you're still getting used to your wonderful powers. With this strength, you could be part of our team one day. Say, me? Like, yes, you. It's like, how can I? I made a mistake, a big one. It's like, all mutants make mistakes, even me, even the other X-Men. So you're just one powerful individual among many. That's all. Over time, you realize you stand apart from the world and your own emotions. So what you do with your gift is up to you. Remember, the whole world is your tribe. Like, being a good shaman means always thinking for yourself, because thinking for yourself means acting for the world. Say, it's not as bad as I thought. It never is. Like, this is the little one who caused all this trouble. She's okay now. Like, sure is. She's magnificent. Said that car nearly crushed us. Thanks, Colossus. It's like, I did only what was expected of me. This is one for the ages. Guth Karmex X-Men. What are we gonna do with her? I don't think Nightcrawler talks like that. It's like she can't go back to Cerebro. Then we'll give her a new home. Like the nurses said, I couldn't come here until my ninth hatch day. There will always be exceptions for the exceptional. Like Nate Gray, keep seeing your face on the tube. It's been too long since we've shared the same air. You never should have left the team. Like someone needs to cultivate the minds of tomorrow. So not, I said a lot more of them now, huh? He was like, is that Angel? It's like gone are the days where there were only five of us. We said, sure are. Lucky for you, I've got one more to add to the ranks. An early enrollment by the looks of things. The nurses said it was big, but I didn't think it was this big. I'm Warren. You can call me Angel if you like. What's your name, sweetheart? Luna? Ah, so you were named after the moon. Here at the Summers Institute, we can help you reach the moon if that's the kind of mutant you want to be. If you think the outside is impressive, shall I show you the wonders inside? Can Nate come too? If it pleases him. The statue of Cyclops. Say, I know they tell you all about what we do here when you come out of the hatcheries, but seeing it is a different story. What started out as a humble private school has evolved into a collective community of individual learning and progressive thinking. It's like in our history department, you'll learn about everything from the first mutants to Xavier's dream, all the way up to when Hope and her X-Men sacrificed themselves and the resolution beyond that. The medical department is dedicated to using mutant powers to benefit society. Here, we research ways to improve mental health, medical science, progressive natal solutions, and the benefits of secondary mutations. What's a natal solution? Solution is how you were born. This is our civil management department. Here we teach eager students how to keep and well manage the peace. Obviously, things are a little slow. That's why we always come back to identity, autonomy, and harmony. And lastly, our thriving agriculture department. It was modeled after the old kibbutzim in Israel. Now our farms account for 7% of the world's total agricultural output. Our sister schools contribute another 30%. If you couldn't tell, this is our biggest department. Most students want to be part of our little revolution. And so, little moon, how does all this sound to you? Say, good. Will this be my home? Say, for the next 10 years. Say, now, just like the nurses said, this is the coolest. This school is dedicated to finding your place in the world. Eventually, you'll come into your own. You'll flourish. You might even fly and get to that moon. I guarantee these will be the best years of your life. You'll remember everything. So apparently, these are just prequel stories to the some water. Because just like Age of Apocalypse, they're doing new series. Because when Age of Apocalypse happened, there was quite a few X books. There was X Force, X Factor, X Men Blue and Gold, Excalibur. So all of the names of those titles changed for 4 issues. And it seems like these are introducing the new books for the time being. Next Gen #1. X Sanctuary. Haven't had that much energy surging through me in a long time. My muscles feel like they're on fire. Stop being such a Slobovnov Chelovic. A what? A weak man. We're not all made of steel colossus. I need to get home, fix myself a bourbon, sit in silence, and give my body some R&R. Bishop, you know you're free to go. Can I ask you guys something? What was it like on the day that everyone became a mutant? Was it as crazy as today? Ah, young one. We found an entire city under the Atlantic Ocean. That many people drowning? They were transported there by an 8-year-old boy who lost his mother. I was called home. There were riots in St. Petersburg. People thought it was a chemical weapon that Americans were attacking. Germany was no different. No, you don't understand. You don't understand. I saw an infant with the power of a black hole in the palm of his hands. The sounds of stretching bones will enough. Nature Girl doesn't need the details. There's no sense harping on the past. I think what Colossus is trying to say is that the world changed quickly, but we're here now, and that's all that matters. So I lived in enough broken timelines that I never thought we'd get here. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to go enjoy it. Hope knows it earned. Hope knows I earned that drink. Like Ja, I must get going as well. The cuckoos are calling. What? Oh, what? A little hand action going on there. So you're all going? I guess that leaves me to clean up your mess again. So do you need more water, my friends? Is that Magneto? Magneto's the one trying to get home for a drink? Or was that Bishop? Now hear this, Scarside. Your life's about to change. I doubt very much that Department X will take kindly to what you're doing. Hey, Gene. It's like, what's on your mind? I think you know. I need to tell you something. Oh, hello. So, is this what you meant when you said you wanted some R&R? Something's not right. I really need to. See, we don't have to stop. The others won't find out. So I can't help but feel this was a mistake. It's like a mistake I've made before. I can sense your worry, but this is natural. Say no, no, haven't we evolved beyond this, beyond romance, beyond coupling? We can't go backwards. We know that individuals. No, we're stronger together. I know you feel that too. I don't know what I feel. All I know is I've done this before. Obviously. I don't mean it like that. I need to be alone, clear my head. Lucas, say good night. Say this world isn't yours to destroy. I'm not going to tell you again. Let her go. The world you know has already ended. It ruined itself. So why are you still fighting for it? Shoot. Like Biff. Say now. Oh, he's like, hey, you got chopped in the throat. When will you see beyond the illusion? You're lost in a fantasy, Scarside. What the heck did he do to his hands? Now hear this, Scarside. Your life's about to change. I doubt very much that Division X is going to cut. No, so he's an actor. It's like Verdammt Department X, not Division X. I'm sorry, everyone. It's been a long day. He said, I hated everything about my performance. I'm glad we get another go. He said, reset, everyone. We need 15 to reset the camera. Like, Mr. Ragnar, I've got hundreds of headshots that need signing. It's like MUTV is asking for an exclusive on-camera interview tomorrow night. But if you take that, we'll have to push your bookstore appearance. He said, do we need to run through the scene again? He said, we're good. Do your thing. Like, can you make it work? They need an answer 10 minutes ago. So make sure it's not like the last time. I was on MUTV. I only want to talk about the movie. Nothing X-Men related. Nothing about my personal life. Nothing about Mastermind. Okay, so we're pushing your appearance next week. Don't forget it. The kids at Cerebral East are waiting for these. They can't get enough of you there. Find out why everyone loves Kurt Wagner in The Amazing Nightcrawler #1. His strife is dead. Magneto is one of us. All the other villains are gone. It's all peace. But my mind can't handle being still. Never could. It's like it's always on the verge of the fence. There's always energy running through me. Creates a kind of anxiety that won't go away. Just part of me that can't be shut off. But for everyone else, everything is still. And that stillness allows them to think about the future. That's why we have all these new holidays that look ahead, not to the past. Even Xavier Day, it's not about honoring the man that once was. Instead, we write our hopes and dreams onto sheets of paper and send them out into the atmosphere. We set them on fire in a big display of wishful thinking. It's a beautiful gesture meant to stoke the flames of the future. Thinking about history makes people uncomfortable, so nobody does it anymore. Nobody but me. So what are they talking about? See the extremists, number one. To Lucas Bishop, you engaged in a forbidden relationship. This is your third breach of the guiding principles. Hands where we can see them, big guy. Oh, wow. Psylocke, Iceman. Who is that? Is that Banshee? Third breach. I figured someone would come. I just didn't think it'd be you, Bobby. Don't do it, man. You're caught. Give up. Is that Psylocke? The cow. Damn, she rocked him good. Where you trying to go? I told you not to run. Oh man, he's clobbering him. Oh, she put it through his head, or she just put it on his throat. Let's see what's hiding in that dome. Memories never lie. Time to confirm what we already know, Moneta. Can't believe I'm about to do this to one of the X-Men. Go away from me. They're in my head. Ah. Hold him still or I lose the connection to his limbic system. I've seen more than enough. You're disgusting. A disgrace, both of you. It wasn't her. I was the one who wanted this. I'm begging. Not based on what I just saw. Psylocke, what's your read? He's lying. Just like the last time. What about Jean? She's set for reconditioning. Let's deal with him first. So thanks to this little device, you're about to lose everything that makes you you. Lucas Bishop, you've been excommunicated. Where did Bishop go? Find out Prisoner X. So why is everything empty? Locked door. Lost and revered Jamie. Huh? Oh yeah, thinking about how much Scott would have loved to be here with us, and Logan, Xavier, all of them. They died so we could live. Come, we'll be late for the briefing. Let's see what today's dawn brings. You're in high spirits. Have a good night. I did indeed. It was uneventful, solitary, beautiful. The most uneventful nights are often the best ones. I got lost in my knitting, making a new pashmina for a nature girl. That one she's been wearing is. It stinks so bad. I love her to pieces, but she's like a walking barn. I didn't have the heart to tell her. I trust you had a good evening. Yeah, I don't really remember. So you always remember everything. Say, I can't for the life of me. This doesn't. It's like, are you all right, my dear? I just feel off. Something's wrong. It's like, are we missing someone? It's like, of course we are. It's amazing she makes it to these morning briefings at all. Like, never was a morning person. Y'all should be used to that by now. Is that Kitty? Oh, that's X-23. Did they just replace the picture of Bishop? Wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. They did. Looking like Nick Fury. I still don't understand why we have these meetings so early. I believe it was Shakespeare who said better 3 hours too soon than a minute too late. Also allows me to make my call time. It's like, I'm only okay with that because I love Megan. Keep making moves with her. I'll keep getting up early for you. What's on the docket for today? Now that we're all here, something a little strange was brought to my attention last night. I'm not sure what to make of this yet, or if it's even worth our time, but I thought we should all see it. Last night, while they were dropping off cookies, Department X gave me this. Said they found this near Union Square in New York. Whoever that is, they need a better headshot. Those lips. This is no laughing matter. That's the language of a revolutionary. Is it a revolution? Find out in Apocalypse and the Extracts. Let's not jump to conclusions, but it is a bit concerning. Are you serious? I don't see a problem with it. Nobody's talking to you, Siri. Hush. Seems peaceful enough. Xavier also told me dreams are no different than stories. This is a story, a dream, both familiar and unlike any other. One spun out of desperation and good intentions. It's okay to love. Come see what you've been missing. You cannot buy the revolution. You cannot make the revolution. You can only be the revolution. It is in your spirit or it is nowhere. So we got The Marvelous X-Men, Next Gen #1, Amazing Nightcrawler, Extremist, Prisoner X, and Apocalypse and the Extracts. Oh. So thanks everybody for tuning in, checking out movie night with us. Like I said, if you guys want to pick up any of these, they should be at your local comic book store. You can find out where your local comic book store is. I think the site is called localcomicshop.com or .org. I'll have the information for you next week, and we'll be picking up more books and we'll be reading some more. But thanks for tuning in. Tomorrow I'll be gaming a little bit, and if you like what you see, hit that follow button. I'm all across streaming on all medias. That's Twitch, Mixer, YouTube, and Facebook. So I will catch you guys later. Other than that, peace.